Well, hello there, friend, and welcome to the fire. One of the best things ever is when a plan comes together perfectly, like in this following story. When you're so good, you're bad. r/dndstories, posted by Ranger309. Hello. To preface, this was a Star Wars game that our group was fairly new to. Our DM doesn't much care to run things in an established universe because we had a couple, actually, in our group, but we based it sometime between the Old Republic and the Star Wars movies so he could have some wiggle room. As a big Star Wars fan, I was thrilled about this game. I played a Cathar soldier. As our DM said, we would be dealing with Mandalorians, and I figured a Cathar always has a good reason for killing Mandos. Mandos destroyed the Cathar homeworld in the Mandalorian Wars. My character's motivation for most of the game was to kill Mandos for the good of the galaxy, but it quickly became, whatever kills the most Mandalorians, everyone else, be damned. After we finished character creation and were buying equipment, I asked to buy a blue lightsaber crystal as a good luck charm. No real desire to be a Jedi, just a trinket that would be useful in a trade. Session 1. We were on a space station and getting the general story from an NPC Jedi Master when suddenly the station was under attack. Down the hallway from us, in the docking bay, Mandalorians began to land and started blasting at us. We all ducked for cover and rolled initiative. I was dismayed to be going last, because I had a brilliant plan that would work as long as no one entered the docking bay. Thankfully, I made it to my turn with no party members in the docking bay. I asked our DM if there was a computer nearby. This was Star Wars, so yes. Excellent. After accessing the system, I closed the blast doors and asked to vent the cargo bay into space. DM: Are you sure? There are still a lot of dock workers in there. Me: But there are Mandos too, right? Yes? I vent the bay. The Jedi Master was not too pleased, but the fight was over, and the party had taken no damage. This was also the game my DM learned to tell me no to innocent-sounding questions. Fast forward several sessions, I had been contacted by a Sith in secret. He offered me training as a Dark Jedi if I could kill one of my party members who was an up-and-coming hero for the Republic. I asked why would I bother becoming a Dark Jedi, and he said it would help me kill many Mandalorians. We were not fond of party conflict, but the idea was to make it look accidental. I had nothing to do with it. Final session. We board a Mandalorian ship and decide we need to split up. Republic friend needs to take his squad. He had a squad of NPC soldiers as part of his class and shut down the engines so we could escape and not be pursued. The rest of us were tasked with recovering Bacta from the cargo bay as part of the main quest. As we split ways, I handed an earpiece to my assassination target and said, "Contact us if you need help." The trick was that the earpiece was primed with an explosive that would detonate when he touched his ear. I had explained to the DM prior to the game what I wanted to do. He had okayed it, and we both qualified that as soon as he touched his ear in context to that communicator, it would explode. I actually took a huge risk with this as I handed it to a good friend who is a fantastic role player and pantomimes a lot of actions. Thank the Force that this was the one time he didn't want to test the electronics and just ran off. Later, as the rest of the party and I were loading back to tanks, my target had been getting his butt handed to him in the engine room by 3 Sith assassins. When he reached for his ear to call for help, I just said, "Stop!" as soon as he touched his ear, then politely asked our DM what the damage on the thermal detonator was. We were improvising damage. I just wanted to hit him with something that would kill him. Damage rolled. He was 3 HP shy of being dead, now lying on the ground as a Sith assassin stands over him. The assassin says, "The Master sends his regards." Lightsaber, death stab. At the same time, the party in the cargo bay with me had been staring at 3 more assassins that were watching us load Bacta. I had instructed them not to attack because the Sith have no love lost for Mandos either, and were probably here for something else. After the explosion, one of the assassins walked up to me and handed me a red lightsaber, and I got a similar, "The Master sends his regards." And then all 3 of them vanished. I took my good luck charm blue crystal off my neck, popped it into my new lightsaber, and marveled at being an evil man with a blue lightsaber. And then the game ended. My friend and our party members were freaking out of game because it had come together perfectly and no one saw it coming. My friend that I had basically killed was the picture-perfect imitation of Ron Burgundy. I'm not even mad. That's amazing. That was, hands down, my favorite game of any role-playing game I've ever played. Sounds like OP had a blast. While a player may have lost their character, it's refreshing to see someone rolling with it. While I understand how attached one gets to their characters, sometimes story wins out. And if everyone's happy, that's just fantastic. Oh, and blasting them out of the airlocks is one of my favorite tactics as well. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. And would you kindly follow the socials posted in the description below. As always, be good, be great, be awesome.